Alrighty, traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the Pip Grabber Trading Show here on a Thursday morning. Hopefully everyone is doing well. It's Thursday morning here in the US where I'm based. So hopefully everyone is having a good week so far, a good start to the week. We know that Ukraine and Russia is still building up. The tension is still building up. And of course that is affecting the markets. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly what trade opportunities we have this morning as we go into some live trades right here in this show. So without further ado, traders, let's go ahead and get the show on the road. I'll see you right after this. Alrighty, traders. So yes, we still have, of course, a couple of things that is happening in the market right now. There is still, of course, a pressure in, well, at least not pressure, but tension between Russia and Ukraine, and it's imminent before they start invading, or at least what we're anticipating. Now, if we're going to go ahead and take a look at the situation in Russia and Ukraine, how does it affect the markets? Well, clearly it's skyrocketing the price of oil. And if oil price is moving up, which we've seen have been moving up, we're looking for actually a dip in oil, but we're not seeing it yet. Maybe things cool down in between Russia and Ukraine, and we start seeing a correction in oil. But currently, right now, based on what's happening right now, we are seeing prices in oil pushing up higher. And if price of oil push up higher, that's not helping with inflation. Inflation is going to rise. And of course, if inflation rises, then we'll start seeing commodity pairs possibly rally. We'll see gold rally due to, of course, gold being a safe haven, or let's say a hedge against inflation. And so these are the things that are happening at the moment right now. Also, the reason why we've seen such a big rally in the commodity pairs, just like the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some trade opportunities. I know that there's an opportunity on the New Zealand CAD as well as on the Aussie CAD. Now, you'll be thinking right now, if oil prices are rallying, wouldn't we be seeing a downside move in New Zealand CAD and Aussie CAD? Well, not necessarily, because, of course, there's two currencies, New Zealand and, of course, the Canadian. So clearly there's a lot more push in the New Zealand and the Aussie that's keeping the market pushing higher instead of actually dipping south due to the increase in price in oil. Of course, how that influences the Canadian dollar as well. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly what opportunity we have. We might have a good opportunity to go ahead and look to sell Aussie CAD and New Zealand CAD just for that 20 pip net profits. Let's take a look and see how the technicals are set up before we make that decision. So let's jump into the chart right here and let's take a look and see what's going on. Here you can see we have the price of gold. And as you can see the price of gold right here, we do have the market moving up. And Cameron's playing tricks with me this morning. We do have the market moving up and actually hit a high up here on gold at 1913. Now I'm going to go to a 4-hour time frame and take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And on the 4-hour time frame, I do see that we have this sort of resistance here that we've traded above. And so as I continue to monitor the setup right here, I'm also noticing that we've got negative divergence set up in gold. Now, why am I looking at that? Well, I'm looking at gold to see if I'm getting a sort of a pattern, a bearish pattern setting up to indicate that we're going to start seeing some relief out of inflation that would go ahead and ease off people or at least hedging with gold, and then traders would go ahead and invest in other opportunities. So if I'm starting to see this right here, that's giving me an indication that we might see an inflationary reduction that's going to help us to be able to make a decision on this. We know that the Fed's going to start raising rates starting in March to go ahead and control inflation. Maybe this is going to start discounting itself in price by the time before we get to the actual time before they raise the rates. Now we have a rate decision coming out this evening at 8 o'clock, and that is for the New Zealand dollar. The central bank in New Zealand is actually, in fact, raising the rates for the third time within the 6-month period. Third time they're raising rates. They're going to go 25 basis point. They're not being too aggressive, but 25 basis point is what the term is. Not the term, but what the increase is going to be for this meeting coming up at 8 o'clock this evening. So we'll definitely want to take a look at that as well. Now I'm going to go into the New Zealand CAD right here, and let's go take a look at that pair first. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Here we go. So New Zealand CAD, when was the last time they raised rates? Let's go take a look at the last time that the Kiwis raised the rates. And let me just go ahead and filter this to eliminate that out the way. And so, yeah, we have it right here. The last time they raised the rates was, I think, November. Let's see here. Yep. Previous was at 0.5, and they raised it 25 basis points. So 23rd of November was the second time they raised rate. That was the last time right here we saw. So 23rd of November. I'm going to go to the charts right here. I'm going to look for the 23rd of November. And it is all the way down here, 23rd of November. Wow. So yes, the 23rd is right about here. Okay. So this is when they raised the rates for New Zealand. We saw a downside move and the market continued to move down. Then we had a correction move based on this five-way structure. So we did see that when they did raise the rates in November, it actually sold the New Zealand off. So we did see a sell-off in the New Zealand dollar. Now, the date before that, let me take a look right here. The date before that was was in October, and that was October 5th. They raised the rates. That was the actual first time they started raising rates was October 5th. Let's take a look at October 5th, 2021. And that is right about September, October 5th right here. So here it is right here. So this is October 5th right here. So again, when they raised the rates again in October, well, for the first time, that's what happened right here. So we saw that downside move, this downside move right here. This was the bearish move that we saw. I believe it was there. But this was the bearish move that we saw in them raising rates. So let's take a look and see where we are set technically. And by the way, these were all technical moves as well. So this lined up with our technical setups as well. Let's take a look and see if they raise the rates again. And let's see how the technicals are set up right here. So we've had this correction move right here. So with the market correcting itself, it seems like, and we hit and we've got to a 1.618 right here. If I go ahead and mark that off, we can see that we had a swing up here. We're at the 1.618. So there is correction due. All right, correction due. Let me see if I've got a line here. All right, and there's also an important level right here that we're testing as well. So this level right here is also acting as a very key level of resistance right there. That's going to be acting. There's a support acting as resistance right here where we're at right now. So we got a lot of setups right here indicating price is at a resistance level, and so sell-off could be absolutely due. Now, what else do we have here that it could indicate a sell-off on New Zealand CAD? Well, we have divergence here. Look at this divergence. This is a negative divergence here as well. This is a 4-hour time frame. So with that being said, traders, I'm eager to go ahead and jump in. I know the news is coming out at 8 o'clock, but I'm eager to go ahead and jump in on the New Zealand CAD and look to sell New Zealand CAD right here. Now, if you haven't already checked out our description down below, you might want to go ahead and do that, because everything I do, all the trades that I place inside the show, is going to be posted inside our Telegram channel. So check out our Telegram channel. There's a link down below. If you haven't gone ahead and joined the Telegram channel, you may want to go ahead and do that so that you can go ahead and follow these signals that I'm going to go ahead and post. So we're looking at an entry point currently right now, and we're looking to sell New Zealand CAD. And we're going to sell New Zealand CAD for just a 20 pip net profit. We're going to enter with multiple entry points. So if our first entry point isn't correct, we may be able to enter others. Now, actually, on that subject, let me go to the charts again. And let me go ahead and take a look at the lower time frame. We did have a little spike here. But let me go to the 15 right here. Take a look at price. So wave 1. So we have a wave 1, wave 3 up here. Where is my, oh yeah, there's my tools up here. I was wondering where they are. Yeah, they are. So let's go ahead and grab this. You see, I'm going to go ahead and look at this as an inside wave structure here. And with that being an inside wave structure, I'm seeing price right here at that level. So yes, the correction is due. All right, I'm good with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to New Zealand CAD right here, and I'm going to use what I call my Pip Grabber Trading Tool. Traders, this is a Pip Grabber Trading Tool. It's an EA that has been built that's going to go ahead and manage my trade for me. All I've got to do is make a decision as to where I'm going to go, buy or sell. Once I've gone ahead and done that, it's going to go ahead and self-manage my position. So I'm going to go ahead and click on sell. It's going to confirm, do I want to go ahead and sell? I say yes, go ahead and sell. And now I'm in on the trade. So you'll see here that it's actually gone ahead and placed me in a trade. It's got my limit right here where I'm going to take my profit. And this will adjust if I add on new positions. So the system's built to find 20 pips in the market and close me out with 20 pips in the market as it goes ahead and moves back down. Now, traders, if you go ahead and check out the description below, you'll be able to get information about the Pip Grabber Trading Tool and how you can go ahead and get that. You can also go directly to our website, TradersNetworkClub.com, and check it out there under the starter membership as well. Now, we are selling at the moment right now. Now, when you subscribe to the Pip Grabber Trading Tool, you will get additional signals that you could use and trade it with that tool. So think about it this way. You can use this tool to be able to get trade signals instead of me in the show telling you exactly whether to buy or sell. I show you a strategy that you can use the signals that we send you to be able to go ahead and buy and sell using this tool. And this tool is going to self-manage your positions so you don't have to be around the computer when the trade's taking place. So there it is there. We're going to go ahead and let this run. And we're going to go ahead and look for a new trading opportunity. So let's go back to the charts. And let's go to the Aussie CAD right here. Now, the Aussie CAD has sold off quite a bit this morning. So that's good. We've seen a little bit of relief here coming off the CAD. It dropped about 30 pips, pulled back up another 10. But I still believe that the Aussie CAD is heading further down south. Let's take a look at some 4-hour time frame. Well, this is it right here. We have hit this we hit the 1 point, sorry, not the 1 point. We hit the third wave right here. We completed the third wave. We pulled back up again, and we did go to the 1.27 right here. So we did complete our fifth wave based on this larger swing. So we have been talking about a corrective move all the way to the wave 4 up here. But remember, the market moves in waves. And because the market moves in waves, even though we're looking for the price to rally up to that level, which is our fourth wave target, we do expect the market to go ahead and rally and then dip, which is a correction move on this upward trend that we're expecting, at least in the short term. So if we go over here to the Aussie CAD, I'm looking at the Aussie CAD right here, and this is the 4-hour time frame. And I'm going to look at these swings, and I can definitely clear up the charts a little bit right here. I might have to go down to the 1 hour just to go get through those nitty gritties. Let's do this. Let's clean up the charts a little bit right here. There we go. All right. So, okay. So on the lower time frame right here, we can see that the market created this wave 1. Then we had a wave 2 pullback. Market has now moved all the way to the wave 3 target right here. And so now we're not expecting any deeper correction at the moment right now, so we can kill that. That's out of the that's off the table. But we are expecting a correction move, and I'm going to go all the way up here to the top. So we're looking for price to come back down. And just because we're at the 1.27 right here, so 1.618, I'm expecting price to come back down to a 382 retracement, at least a 382. We could even come back as far as that there. Now that could give us about, let's see here, that would give us about anywhere between a 50 to a 105 pip pullback. Now, I'm going to look at the worst case scenario, which is only the shortest retracement, and that'll be around about 50 pips. So I'm looking for price to move back down to at least a 382 bounce. That'll give us at least a 50 pip opportunity. Now, I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame. I'm going to take a look at these swings right here. Now, just something you need to pay attention to right here. I'm going to look to sell Aussie CAD. But I want to remind everyone that the 15-minute time frame has just hit bottom, which means that we may go ahead and retrace back up again a little higher. And that may go up maybe 10 pips or so, okay? Maybe 13, which is about between 50 to 60% of the actual profit that we're looking at. So if we wait a little bit, there could be two things that could happen. We could either miss the opportunity and price could move down to the 20 pip target, or we actually get the correction move and we get in at another 10 or 15 pips pullback, and we're able to then get in at a much better price. So it all comes back down to what type of trader are you? Do you want to get in at the perfect entry point? Then wait for correction, because traders, listen here. If you trade in the overall direction, everyone's going to make money. But it's depending, of course, how much of the drawdown are you going to experience, how much of the patience that you need to be to have during that trade. Because if you get in when the market's now looking for a correction move, then you have to experience the drawdown. So which means you have to be patient, you have to wait it out. And if the drawdown's deeper than 25 pips, we may want to go ahead and enter again, which gives us opportunity to go ahead and make profit once we get back to our first entry point. But if the drawdown's only 15 pips, then again, think about it this way. Then if we draw down 15 pips and then we have to make our 20 pips, that means now we're chasing really after 35 pips because we had to experience a drawdown because of bad entry price. So you can make a decision on exactly what you want to do. But yes, there is this option where if we do stand aside waiting for this correction move, if the market is aggressive enough, we may miss out on that actual move. All right. So that's something that you have to, weigh your options on. Now, again, if you look over here, price did take out the low. So we did get the market taking out the lows right here. And so this is considered to be our wave one. It looks like we can go into a zigzag correction. Definitely look for a deeper correction move right here. Possibly go ahead and retest these highs over here. That'll be our resistance. And then price is going to fall back down south. So this would be probably the ideal place to go ahead and look to sell. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I'm looking to enter in at better pricing, and I'd rather let the market move away from me than get into the price and a bad entry, I'm going to wait a little bit longer on this. Let's see if we can just get above these highs. And if we can get maybe 8 to 10 pips retracement on this, then let's enter on that. That'll give us a quicker profit target if the market moves in our favor. So we're going to wait it out a little bit longer. I'm going to put a pin in that. Keep an eye on that. But definitely want to look to sell Aussie CAD at the moment right now. I'm just going to wait for another opportunity. Now let's take a look over here. And if you look at the 1 hour time frame, we did close out with an evening star right here. So again, a retest of the evening star is something that could happen, and then a downside move. So being a little bit more patient, watching the 15-minute time frame. Let's see if we can get above those previous highs over here, and then look for that 10 pip pullback and then re-enter on that. So we're at 91.82 at the moment right now. Let's see if we can get to around about 91.90 or 91.92. That'll be the ideal entry point on that. So we're going to wait a little bit on that. Let's go to US dollar CAD. All right, US dollar CAD at the moment right now, I believe, has gone ahead and moved from where I was looking to enter. Let me go back to the 4 hour right here. All right, so we have the market sitting in this larger range right here, and looking at the US dollar CAD right here, if I'm still going to play strength in the Canadian dollar, then I would be thinking bearish on US dollar CAD. And this all comes down to oil, because if you look at both the New Zealand CAD and the Aussie CAD, I'm selling both of those currency pairs, again, expecting some weakness out of US oil. So let's do this. And if I'm going to look to trade this pair, and I'm looking to sell the US dollar CAD, then again, that would be plain US oil weakness. So let's take a look. Sorry, actually, US oil strength. So let's take a look again at US oil right here. And US oil is topping out right here, and it continues to push. And I'm going to be real honest with you. You know, US oil is an indication of inflation going higher, right? As long as if we can see oil prices pushing up, we know that this is going to affect inflation. Inflation is going to continue to increase as goods start increasing as well, goods and services. Now, if we're going to start seeing inflation moving up higher, then of course, and oil's pushing up higher, which is causing creating the problem of inflation, then we would think that that Canadian, or at least the Canadian dollar, would be getting stronger. But over the last few weeks, what we've seen Aussie CAD, New Zealand CAD, even US dollar CAD, all rallying against the Canadian dollar, which means that Canadian dollar is actually weakening, which is very unusual. But again, there's a battle between two currencies, and so clearly the other currencies are overpowering the move that the Canadian dollar should be influencing the other crosses. And so this is going to be a game of, like, if I'm seeing oil prices push up, am I going to sell US dollar CAD, or should I be buying US dollar CAD? Well, I'm going to do the opposite to what we think the market should be doing, which is normally US dollar weaken against the CAD. I'm going to go ahead and trade the US dollar south instead of banking on Canadian being stronger and pushing it down south. Now, if I think the market's going to sell off further down south, that's the reason why I am going to be selling US dollar CAD, because while oil's been pushing higher, we've also seen US CAD pushing higher. So if I'm going to see US dollar or diesel oil pushing lower, I'm going to expect then the reverse to happen and US dollar CAD to go ahead and move down south. So a lot of information. Hopefully you've digested that, but what's in my brain right now that I'm thinking, and I'm going to execute that into the market. So I actually want to go ahead and sell US dollar CAD right here, and I'm going to jump in. Let me take a look right here. Got a 15-minute time frame. All right, so I'm going to the 15-minute time frame. I'm going to pull up a trend line right here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sell right now. So I'm trading at the backside of the trend right here. I know that the oscillator is up here at the top, but if I go ahead and take a look at the move down here, let's see here. This is a 15-minute time frame. Okay. All right, so this is US oil. US oil is going to hit resistance here. So let's go to US dollar CAD. So I want to just take a look and see exactly what we're looking at here. I'm seeing US oil moving south. US oil moving south, but I want to take a look at US dollar CAD now. US dollar CAD's at the support here. Let's see here. You know, traders, I was just about to go, but I just picked up something on oil, and then I'm seeing also something here on US dollar CAD right here. That's putting me on the sideline at the moment right now. see, we do have this range here on the 15. The market is at that support right here. Now, could we blow through the support? And could price drop back down further down south right here? Absolutely. There's about 20 pips on the breakout. So if we do break below this, we could get down here. But the problem is I'm at that support level. And selling that support is a no-no. People frown upon that. Also seeing the market sitting with a good support level right here as well, the oscillator. I'm going to put a pin in the US dollar CAD. Now, I'm not saying that it's not an opportunity. I'm just saying it's not an opportunity now. Or at least it needs to be confirmed. So let's go ahead and move on to another currency pair right here. Let's go to let's go to Euro US dollar right here. Okay, I like this setup right here. Let's go to the 4 hour. Double check on this. So on the 4 hour, I'm looking for price to go a little bit higher. I'm going to try not to be too greedy. I did that on the Euro Swiss. I was a little bit greedy. I was looking for another 35 pip rally. After I captured about 600 pips, I was looking for an extra 35 pips. I know. You're probably saying, Gary, are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. So I was expecting another 35 pips in there. I held onto it. Overnight, the market moved against me 100 points, and so now I'm down 135. Instead of grabbing that 35 pips that I was looking for, I could have grabbed 600. So I went down. That really put me in a position, and it's gone even another 100 pips down. So just out of that 35 pips, just because of the greed that I was in, I know you're probably saying pigs get slaughtered. I got it. I'm getting slaughtered right now. But the thing is this. I don't want to be too greedy, but at the same time, I want to be precise on my entry points. All right, especially when looking at these intraday moves. So what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and I know price is going to move up higher, and I see we're at a bottom right here. I'm going to bank in on this rally. Now this is a 4 hour time frame right here. It's U-turning. It's trying to move back up again. We did speak about this good support right here. I like the support we're at on the euro. Let's go to the 15-minute. Now, the 15-minute time frame, take a look at these inside swings. Wave 1, wave 3, and so now we actually got to another 1.618. So it looks like we're going to bounce off this support, and we should go long on Euro US dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and buy Euro US dollar right here, and let's take a look and see the price. Price goes back up. It's 26 pips. I'm good with that. So I'm going to buy Euro US dollar right here. So go to Euro US dollar. There it is. Buy. Click on to buy. And we're in. Okay. Now, once again, remember, if you want to follow these signals that we are placing, all these trades we're placing right now, check out the description. Check out our Telegram channel. Join the Telegram channel, and you'll be able to get all those signals right there. And I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what that looks like here. And there you go. You can see here that we've gone ahead and we had sold New Zealand CAD right here. And we went ahead and we bought US dollar, Euro US dollar right here. So you can see right here, everything is being implemented right here. You can follow the trades as we go ahead and place them. All right. Boom. We're in. So we're in on 2 trades so far. And we're currently at break even on the New Zealand CAD. And we're slightly in the money on the Euro US dollar. Let's continue. Let's go to the CAD Swiss. Wow, look at the top right here that we've seen on the 15, but let's take a look and see what's going on here. Look at the resistance we've got up here at the top. So there is a bit of resistance right here. So we might be a little bit too late on this one. Let me just go take a look here. All right, let me go to the 15-minute time frame. So we definitely have a lot of range-bound trading, and we're looking for price to go back up. So overall, I should be looking to buy, going long towards the top of the range here. If I look at the 4 hour, so bullish should be the midterm target. But at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and looks like my camera went out. Let's go ahead and get that camera set up. The camera, when it blacks out, it tells me I'm going longer than my 30 minutes. I normally go to 30-minute window. And if my camera goes out, it's an indication I'm going a little bit over my time. So here we go. So we're looking at this setup right here. So this is the setup that we have right here. Price took out the low. So this is a start of the rally. Now we should get dip as well. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, so the 50-minute time frame is not giving me the opportunity I'd like to see. I do see a bit of negative divergence here, but it's come all the way from this high right here. So there is going to be a corrective move due. Did we take out the highs? We've just recently taken out those highs. Let's go to the 1 hour. Take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah. Let's see how much the market can move up higher. 24 pips. If it drops back south, takes out the low, 20 pips right here. We're getting a very strong move in the oil. You know what I'm going to do here, traders? I'm going to bank on this resistance here holding. If it does blow through, the next resistance point will be another sell-off right here. I'm going to go ahead and look to trade against the market's momentum right now. And that means that if I am going to do that, I'll have to use a cost averaging. So I'm going to do something a little bit unique here that is a little different, and that is actually banking on this resistance holding and price working its way back down. So I'm going to sell CAD Swiss right here. Now, there's a good chance that it could go to the 1.618. And the reason why I entered at the price that I've entered right here is because of this reason. If price does push through higher, it's going to get up to that high right there. It's going to be about another, actually, it's going to hit that 1.618. So we're going to go up at right about another 25 to 30 pips. Then we're going to start seeing correction. And if we see a correction there, that correction could get me back down to the support that'll go ahead and get me out of my first entry point. So this is a little different setup that I normally set up. I normally wait for the market to go ahead and give me a confirmation here of resistance, but I'm going to go a little bit ahead of time. I'm going to enter on that trade, and I'm looking for a correction move. Now, if it does break through, because we entered at resistance, price is going to go ahead and come back to retest that level again before going back up north. I'm expecting long-term for it to go bullish, but I am also expecting a correction move in the short term. So I'm going to play that move. Let's see how it works out. Traders, that's pretty much what we have for today. Let's go ahead and take a look right here. So we've got New Zealand CAD short, we've got Euro US dollar long, and we've got Canadian Swiss short as well. And I did put a pin in the Aussie CAD. Let's go back to the Aussie CAD quickly and take a look at the Aussie CAD right here and see if I'm still anxious. Well, there it is. You see that indecision that we have here in the Aussie CAD? Indecision candle here on the 4 hour. I'm going to go ahead and sell Aussie CAD. Let's go back to the 15. Well. We don't have price moving up above here yet. Let's take a look at the 1.618. Looks like, traders, we are probably not going to head into retracement, and price is going to drop back down here. That's 21 pips down south. So as much as I was hoping for that retracement, looks like it's not going to happen. But if price does move down south, we can at least go for 24 pips right here. Sorry, not 21, 24. So it looks like we might be good to sell CAD's Aussie CAD right here. I still don't like the, you see the 1 hour's indecision right here? I still don't like the 15-minute time frame. But remember, the bigger time frame rules, right? And the bigger time frame is already shown as a big doji, or at least indecision spinning top right here. Big wick to the upside. That should help us push further down south. You know what, traders? I'm going to throw it in here, and if price does move up higher, I've got a way to go ahead and enter that again. So I'm going to sell Aussie CAD right here. I'm going to go ahead and sell Aussie CAD. I'm not going to wait for that correction move. I choose not to. If it does pull back up, then it is what it is. But I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame. I think it's going to dominate the move down south, even though the lower time frame is indicating correction move. I'm going to bank on the dominant time frame, which is the 4-hour, to go ahead and push through that support and continue to move back down south. So we're going to go ahead and sell Aussie CAD right here. And that's pretty much all we have for today. So traders, with that being said, you guys have a fantastic trading day. Don't forget to check out the description below. We've got a lot of information about our trade Copier, the results on it. We've got the information about the Pip Grabber Trading Tool that I'm using here to place manual trades and help it to be able to, or at least help our trades manage itself out without me being at the computer. So good luck with your trading. I'll see you guys in the next trading session tomorrow. And don't forget, we've got Cameron coming up today talking about cryptos. And if you trade cryptos, you absolutely want to go ahead and listen to what he says. There's some great indication of what's happening in the market and what you need to look out for if you are trading cryptos. So make sure you check out the video coming up around about 12:15 today. This is FxBigDog, wishing you peace, joy, and lots of profits. Until next time, happy trading.